What if I told you that I knew when the ban list is coming out? I am not regular TheCaliEffect. I am the guy, the mastermind that knows everything. So you're gonna have to sit down, park yourselves, and listen up. Tomorrow is September 8th. Crazy, because Queen Elizabeth died 3 years ago. 3. Interesting, because 3 times 3 is 9. And you know what else is? 3 minus 8 is 5. 5 minus 9 is 4. So you should think before you ever come against me and think about what I'm doing, right? Because 5 is a very important number. 3 times 5 is 15. And if you looked at the constellations at the right time, you will know that the ban list comes out on September 15th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which might be 4 for somebody else. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some cards that I think you guys should be picking up for multiple different reasons. Cards that are very likely to come off the ban list, cards that are way too cheap because of the current situation that we're in, and most importantly, cards that will be crazy really soon. Let's go ahead and jump on in. What's going on with y'all, big dogs? And it is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope that your day phenomenal. But if it isn't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. And while I'm here, speaking of days, it is that time. It's Update Monday! A particular time where I trick you into thinking that this is a Yu-Gi-Oh video, when overall, I just want to make you the best person you can ever be. Don't worry, for the people that are just worried about Yu-Gi-Oh, there are timestamps, though I would go against that. For today's Update Monday, I want to talk about something that's surprisingly really interesting. The Las Vegas Raiders, the professional football team, executive, players, and coaches will be coming down to watch your boy and his girls' flag football game. Oh, in case you don't know, I coach middle school flag football for the girls. I have no idea how I got here. I went from just a bystander to only wanting to coaching the boys to saying I will never coach girl flag football, and here I am, coaching girl flag football at a very important game for them. It's really crazy what life can do to you and what life can take for you. And the only thing you have to do is be open, be accepting, be willing to try things you wouldn't do. This is your excuse to come out the closet, by the way. My genuine quote for Update Monday today is be more like water. Be a strong, consistent presence, but also don't be afraid to go with the flow. I will keep you guys updated on what happens, but it also means that I more than likely won't be streaming today. I'm gonna try, but their game is on Tuesday, and boy, we got a lot to go over. Speaking of such, there are a lot of powerful Yu-Gi-Oh cards that you guys are going to want to know and cards that we are going to go over. I think there's 3 different types of investments for Yu-Gi-Oh cards at this second, and the safest one would have to be cards that we know are going to be more powerful. And it starts off with the Archmage cards. Archmage is a Yu-Gi-Oh strategy that made its debut in Duelist Advance, a Yu-Gi-Oh set that hasn't been as good as players may have wanted it to be. Yu-Gi-Oh players have thought this set has been more cheeks than TJ's Goon Room, but I'm telling you, he got a lot of cheeks up in there. The Archmage monsters are a fusion-based Yu-Gi-Oh strategy that can all go Fiendsmith combo because they have a card that can turn any monster's type and attribute to, like, Fiend. There's also some other cool things you can do with it, seeing that you can turn any monster's attribute that I think players should start experimenting with. But the big thing about Archmage is that it is the start of the new lore. When I say lore decks, I want you guys to think of like the Fallen Albaz lore, which had Sword Soul, Branded, Tri-Brigade, and a host of other powerful decks. The thing here is that not every single one of those strategies started off really strong, but eventually they became one of the best decks in the game. And some of them actually became some of the most dominant decks in the game. When you consider that Archmage Finmal Diacarus and Archmage Academic Arcane Acropolis are all secret rare, one would think that maybe these cards will be really expensive once the deck gets more support. We also know for a fact there's not really a high chance of any of this strategy getting hit on the ban list, so these are relatively safe pickups in good investments. Hell, if you're gonna pick up anything, at least pick up Medius the Pure. This card seems to be playable not only in Archmage, but the other decks coming up too. And speaking of lore decks, the next type of investments that you could be making are risky investments. elements. I can't tell you I know the exact cards coming off the ban list. We had a leak and he leaked himself away, but we can make educated guesses and take advantage of low risk, high reward cards like Tearlament Kitkalos. Tearlament is Konami's love child. They absolutely love this Yu-Gi-Oh deck. They can't get enough of Tearlament. I think we say this because when you look at Master Duel, the deck was competitive for quite some years, and they're always trying to tinker to find a way to let Tearlament be an active deck. I think that that can happen in the TCG as well. The big thing here is that Tearlament Kitkalos only has one printing inside of Power of the Elements that happened quite a few years ago. It didn't get a Mega Tin reprint, and it's only $3 right now. Hell, for some reason, Yu-Gi-Oh players even liked the Tearlament format. So worst case scenario, even if this card doesn't come off the ban list, it still will be a really important card for the Tearlament format. At only $3, I think that Kitkalos is the most logical buy here. And of course, we move on to the next logical cards that we should be picking up right now. These cards are almost like a surefire. There is no way that these cards should be cheap, and I'm going to give you guys the heads up. Every single one of these cards that I'm talking about are from the 2025 Mega 10. The reason why it's so easy to pick on the 2025 Mega 10 is for a couple of reasons. One, the set is enormous. I think if the set had a size, it would be bigger than some double Ds. It's like some triple E's or something. I mean, what? With 450 cards, 50 starlights, 100 secrets, 150 ultra rares, and we don't care about the commons. You guys can do the math. This set is absolutely enormous. In fact, House of Champs has actually been advocating on how bad the Mega 10s are. It's almost like somebody else has also said these things about the Mega 10s and why you should buy secrets instead. But you guys bought 10s anyway, so let me know how that worked out for you. It's actually a lot harder to pull Dominus cards like Dominus Impulse and Purge or Mulchummy Perulia and Flawless inside of this Mega 10, but they're at their lowest. Big dogs, we're pretty much saying go ahead and buy those secret rares right now. If you guys were ever thinking about pulling the trigger, right now is the best time. I actually want to move right back to that Duelist Advance set. These cards are ridiculously cheap, and a box of Duelist Advance is about $30 to $40. I actually don't even think it's a bad idea to buy cases of Duelist Advance right now, just simply because of the hidden potential and the reward versus risk that we have there. Lunalight just got second at the World Championship. And in case you guys didn't know, the World Championship has merged ban lists between the TCG and OCG. Cards like Paradise Smasher, which will inevitably be banned, as well as Nomax C gave us a clear-cut vision on how Yu-Gi-Oh could look like, and Lunalight is a crazy strong deck. I am 100% picking up my copies of Lunalight Gold Leo. I got them from $8. They're $12 right now because people are starting to realize that it's actually a good Yu-Gi-Oh strategy. There's also, for the non-broke people, the Starlight Rare copies of Lunalight Gold Leo if you're genuinely down to goon, and then there's quarter century copies of Lunalight Tiger as well as Lunalight Leo Dancer. These cards are really, really cheap right now, and the deck is relatively inexpensive. But that doesn't mean that with the correct ban list, which is more than likely going to happen and not happen to Lunalight, this deck can't become expensive over an hour or two, however long it takes for people to buy these cards out. Now for my cards that I think will come off the ban list, they're going to be a lot more tame. I actually think that there's a possibility for Metamorphosis to come off the list. This card has actually been banned for roughly 18 years. Metamorphosis requires you to tribute a monster to special summon a monster from your extra deck with the same level, and it's treated as a fusion summon. This genuinely seems way more tame as a Yu-Gi-Oh card than any of the cards that are currently coming out. Also, keep in mind, Metamorphosis just got a reprint inside of the 2025 Mega 10s. This could be simple support for GOAT players, especially seeing that Metamorphosis has only had a common in super rare printing, and those printings are as old as time, but I think that this can genuinely double back as a card coming off the list potentially. It's not really that searchable, it's fairly niche, and while I think that there will be powerful combos with it, I'm not sure if they'll be overtaking. Now, a card from the Mega 10s that you would 100% should be buying right now is easily Starlight Rare copies of SP Little Knight. I find it ridiculous that SP Little Knight, one of the most played cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Its one high rarity version is $15. Brother man, not even a couple of weeks ago, the super rare copies were $15. Well, I'm looking at it right now. The other copies of this card are $15. Big dogs, do yourself a favor and get yourself a nice copy of SP Little Knight, which just so happens to be the same price as all of the other SP Little Knights. So don't be coming crying to me when you didn't get your SP Little Knights. You should be crying at TheCaliEffect.com to get your Raven Wing sleeves today. That's right, big dog, you already know what we're doing here. Go ahead and pick up the #1 sleeve in the entire world, Raven Wing version 4. The best thing about version 4 is that we even have a Pokemon / Magic the Gathering / whatever those other card game size there are, you get them in pretty pink. So big dogs, if you want to support the best channel in the world while also getting something in return, consider going to TheCaliEffect.com and purchasing your sleeves and also picking up some mats. It really does help your boy out and keeps TJ out of the dungeon. His $10 pension is secure. Now, a card that feels almost definite out of the ban list. When it was reprinted, I was incredibly skeptical because there's no real formats that are played with this card. MX Saber Invoker only makes sense for a card to be coming off the ban list, probably in its entirety. In case you don't know what Invoker does, it requires 2 level 3 monsters, and by detaching a material, it can special summon one level 4 Earth Warrior or Beast Warrior from your deck to your side of the field. Now, I want you guys to think of the level 4 Earth Warriors or Beast Warriors that are so powerful, this card has to stay banned. Those cards suck. Unless you know some Vanquish Soul players gooning over Vanquish Soul Panthera, I don't know any of them. I'm one of them. Or you got some super secret Gladiator Beast deck that can take over the game. I think that you can almost count on MX Saber Invoker coming off the ban list. It was originally banned because the Zodiac cards, and these cards are no longer powerful. MX Saber Invoker does have a quarter century secret rare inside of quarter century Stampede, and also has secret rare copies too. So if this is a card that you want just to have, just in case there is a strategy that will come out to make this good, could be like, I don't know, X Sabers or something, then consider getting MX Saber Invokers right now. It's actually not a bad idea to have cards before they're needed than to need cards and not have them. Lastly, if I had to pick a group of cards that you guys should be looking at, I'm gonna say it again, easily, the RB monsters. Look, I'm not saying this because I made a duel challenge showing you guys how powerful Earth Machine is. I'm saying it because RB has so much hidden potential. Right now, RB's floor is Gold Pride, and Gold Pride was a really solid Yu-Gi-Oh strategy that was competitive over time. RB ceiling, Mitsurugi still. Understandably, this deck could never be as powerful as War Rock, but RB is 100% worth investing into, especially the ultra rares and QCR alikes. This is gonna be my second to last time telling you guys about RBs. Everything is on you. I will tell you one more time, but that's it. But that's all that I have for cards that I think Yu-Gi-Oh players should be picking up right now. Of course, big dogs, I think one of the most fun things is going ahead and looking at you guys, what you have to say down below in the comment section. There are quite a few cards that I think are coming off the ban list too, and I might have to get the hat for it. So let me know if I should make an actual prediction list. Of course, big dogs, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and be sure to check out these videos so I can catch you on the next one.